Hello, Tai Chiers. My name is Matt Holker. Thank you for watching. I work with Tai Chi Master Richard Clear, and together we help Tai Chi students and teachers all over the world to rapidly build internal power for self-defense and health. And I want to talk more in the future about reasons why you would do Tai Chi and kind of how to use Tai Chi for those specific reasons. Like if you have arthritis, how you would kind of use the Tai Chi for that. If you had other kinds of pains, how you would use the Tai Chi for them. And they are different. Pain management is not just a universal thing with the Tai Chi. It depends on what you have and what's going on and why you're in pain in the first place. And I want to talk some more about that down the road. But for now, for this video, I wanted to address an issue that comes up kind of a lot. And that has come up again recently because of the video that I posted yesterday about doing a little bit every day. A little bit of Tai Chi every day goes a long ways. And some of the comments that and some of the feedback that we got about that and that we consistently get when we give that message about doing a little bit every day came back as it kind of usually does and as we can kind of expect. And so I wanted to address it. Before I do, if you're into this stuff, if you like this, go to taichimadeclear.com because you'll love what you see there. But so what comes up is I have a super, super, super busy schedule. You don't understand. You're a Tai Chi teacher professionally, and so you get to do Tai Chi all the time, and I don't have that luxury. And, so first of all, you're right. Right now, I am fortunate enough that I get to spend a chunk of my day as a way that I make my living doing Tai Chi and teaching Tai Chi, and so I get in a lot of good personal training that way. And you're right, I have that advantage now, but I did not always have that advantage, and it was not so long ago that I was not even qualified to teach Tai Chi, and I still remember those days and what it was like having to try to get my training in with a hectic work schedule. And so I want to kind of share some of the tips and tricks with you. And so I touched on a little bit last time, which is basically the 8-move form really helps. That goes a long way. If you have a short form that you can do in a few minutes, that goes a long way. But there's some other things that can really help a lot too. So, find ways to incorporate your training principles, not necessarily the form, but the training principles. Find ways to incorporate them into your everyday activities. And so you don't necessarily have to do the full form to be mindful of your central equilibrium and your balance and the way that you are holding yourself when you're standing. You don't have to be doing the form to be mindful of your relaxation. When you're driving, you can be, partly at least, I'm not saying put all of your attention on this, keep your eyes on the road, but you can be partly focused on your relaxation. Are you holding undue tension to steer the car? A lot of times we are. More often than people realize, you're in a lot of extra tension just to keep the steering wheel straight. And so, you can spend that time relaxing and releasing and working on your song and your good structured relaxation. The example I love to use is when I'm standing in line at the bank. I work on my Wu Chi. When I'm walking around in the grocery store, I'm working on my Tai Chi stepping. And so I always find ways to kind of incorporate a little bit of Tai Chi training into my daily routine. Here's another tip. That's kind of where I'm going with this is that if you want to do a little bit every day, if there is something that you are really committed to working on every day, be it the form or one of the exercises or whatever it is that you're working on every day, and you really want to incorporate that into your schedule, and it shouldn't be a problem making time for it, but normally for people the problem isn't that they can't make time for it, it's that they can't make consistent time for it at the same time every day where it can become a habit. And so then don't worry about setting a time where you do it. Do it either right before or right after an event that you do every day. And so I know Sifu Clear uses the shower a lot of times. He has a Qigong routine that he likes a lot, that he does every day, and he makes a point to do every day. And so he does it when he gets out of the shower every day, because then it just automatic. It's always a few minutes out of every day that he spends doing that routine, and it's just built into his day. No matter when he takes that shower, he's doing that qigong routine right afterwards, and so he's got that, and that's one bit of advice. Like for me, I will use that as well. I use the shower, but one thing I do every day, and I hope most of you do too, is I wake up every day. I wake up at least once in every 24-hour period, and if I failed to wake up in a 24-hour period, I'm going to give myself a pass on the Tai Chi for that day because there was something else going on. So, normally I wake up once a day, and right after I wake up, that's a good time to get in a little bit of qigong. It's a good time to kind of warm up the body and get going, and get everything moving. And so those kinds of exercises and things that focus the mind and clarify the mind and get you kind of on task and prepared for the day, these things are good to do in the morning. And so you can find little ways to trigger yourself to do the training throughout the day, and it only takes minutes a day, but you just kind of have to have a built-in system to remind yourself to do it. And so these are I hope that you found some of these tips helpful. If you are busy like I am, I am very, very busy, and like I said, I am very fortunate in that I teach Tai Chi as a part of what I do for a living. And when I'm out on the road, normally a part of what I'm doing out on the road is helping people to get kind of higher level concepts in Tai Chi and internal power. And so that's built into my job. And I'm very fortunate that way now, but I wasn't always. There was a time when I had a very stressful job and I had very little time away from it when I was on, and I needed to be able to manage my stress really well. And so getting really good at, for instance, like in that case, a little Neigong or an internal version of Grand Tai Chi, and allowing everything to kind of wash out and relax just on the spot and just let everything go and let it all sink and melt down into the ground. That alone is something that I got really, really good at for that, and that, if you are in that position and you have a really busy job, then it's probably pretty stressful. And so if you need that stress relief, then get really good at that in particular, and that'll help. And you can do that kind of throughout the day because it doesn't take very long. And so whenever you're just stressed and you're like, I need a break, but I can't take one, then, you can use that, the Grand Tai Chi method that I just showed like that, and relax and release and get a little mini sort of stress relief and a little bit of a reset without actually having to stand up and take a break. And so that's one that I used a lot, and hopefully you find that helpful if you're in that situation. And you find I hope that you also get kind of the spirit of this, which is more about not using any one of these tips necessarily, but kind of giving yourself permission to find creative ways to do the training. A lot of people have already kind of committed themselves to, I can't do it. And if you're already coming from that place, then you're probably not going to find any ways to do it. And so if you start looking for little creative ways to insert little mini bits of training throughout your day where they're useful, where they're appropriate, and then you're getting in good work that way, and then maybe do the Tai Chi set when you get out of the shower, because if you've got the 8-move set, it only takes a few minutes. Then you can get in a lot of good work throughout the day, and you'd be surprised at how much progress you can make that way, and it doesn't really feel like you did any training because you didn't set aside huge chunks of time for your training. And so if you have a busy schedule like I do, like I did, like so many of you out there do, please, I hope that you take the advice that I'm giving you for what it's worth and try to find some benefit in the specific tidbits, but also just kind of look at your day, just take a step back and examine it and find the common points where you can sort of use them as triggers for your training, and get creative with it and give yourself permission to do training in microbursts throughout the day like that, and you'll be developing crazy amounts of internal power in like no time. But just do it find those ways to incorporate that. Do a little bit every day, and you know, you'll be amazed by the results. So again, if you're into this stuff, if you're into internal power, if you're into Tai Chi for health, healing, and or self-defense, you're going to love what you find at TaiChiMadeClear.com. I'm happy to share as much as I reasonably can through these videos, but you should definitely head to TaiChiMadeClear.com and check out what Sifu Clear has prepared for you over there. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. My name again is Matt Holker. I hope that you found this useful. I hope that you're able to incorporate some of these tips and get in more training throughout the day without feeling like you've crowded out your schedule somehow. And then you know, more next time, and more on specific ways to help with health and healing with Tai Chi, and how to use it for different things, including building internal power and using that for real world self-defense. And so we'll be covering more on all of those topics as we go, and a lot more how-to. But I hope you found this helpful in the meantime. And if you did, please check out TaiChiMadeClear.com. You're going to love what you find over there. Thank you so much. My name again is Matt Holker, and I will see you more next time. Take care.